Hello friends, I was at the scrapyard and I got this belt sander. It was sitting there. Thankfully it wasn't under rain or anything. I got it for a 6-pack of beer. I don't know if it works, and I thought we can take a look at it together and see if we can save this one. It's an Untitled belt sander. As you can see, it's not in that bad of a condition. I think some screws are loose, and this I think we can fix this. Oh, I think it's just a bolt here missing. See, I actually don't know if it works. We can hook it up and see if it runs. I didn't test it before. The cable's okay. Let me just get the power. Okay. Let's just try to start it. Whoa. Huh. It works. Okay, so we know it runs. I will hook it out of the electricity for now. I think the best thing to do now is to loosen this belt. It's already damaged. It's torn here. So I think you can loosen the belt like this. Oh, I actually don't know how this works, but I don't think it's that complicated. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna take the scissors and cut this off. It's already torn, and we can take a better look at what's going inside. Okay. Take it off. I mean, you can see it was used, but the wheel spins fine. The bearings are okay, I think. The screw is out. No, what? Oh, okay. Okay, let's leave this for a bit. Let's check on this side. I think I can pull this one out. Okay, this part is loose. It's just a table to put on the workpiece and rotate it, or to keep it steady, basically. This wheel. Oh, I can see a screw in here. A hex screw is in here. I think if I can tighten that, this won't be loose. Yeah, this solves it. But I want to see what's inside here, so I will remove this plate for now. Okay, there's the hex. Is there anything under this sandpaper? I'm gonna try to get this sandpaper off without tearing the adhesive. No? Under here? Yeah, there's a screw under here, I think. I'm gonna save this. I don't have material like this at home. I'll just put on double-sided tape, and a fresh double-sided tape. It doesn't hold anyway. Oh, okay. Now I can get it off. It was just tight on there. So here we have the plate. I think if I can loosen these screws, the plate will come off. So let's see what's inside. Here you have I think you have a better view. Okay. Oh, It's just a belt. Well, there's not much that could be in here. This belt is good. I don't think we need to change this belt. I'm just gonna hook it up to the electricity and see if this works. Yeah, it works just fine. The belt is spinning nicely. Oh, I don't think there's any way to tension this, but it's good enough, I think. Okay, so the machine works. There's nothing wrong in here. I'm just gonna put the screws back here so I don't lose them. So the motor works. I still don't know how to put the belt on this. I know someone's probably screaming at me. This is the way to do it, but I never had a belt sander like this, so I think I'm gonna loosen. These two. I'm just gonna take these off. I hope they're the same as the other ones. Yeah, they're all the same, thank God. Sometimes some companies make a product and they put 1,000 different screws in one little machine or gadget. This whole top spins up, so you have a vertical sanding up. There is a nut missing in here. Does this whole thing rotate? Oh, it does. You can see it looks like this in this position. God, I need to get a wider lens for the camera. It's really hard filming anything that is a little bit bigger. Now I have access to these screws and these two. I'm gonna take out them. And now we can see how this is made. How much dust is inside here. Oh, I was right. Look at this, full of dust. Thank God I opened it. I think if I loosen this bolt, this should run smooth. Yeah, see. No, it goes much smoother. There's a nut missing here, so I'm gonna have to put another nut over there. Oh, there's a bearing in here. Sweet. We're gonna look at that later. Something came off. This is just the under metal, and here is for the vacuum for the dust collection. Jump cut. Good morning. I mean, it's morning for me. I have a nice cup of black tea. Last night I went on the internet to see how you can replace this sanding belt, and from what I found, you do have to take off this cover, and I don't think you have to take off this plastic. I think there's enough space here so you can slide the belt in here. We'll have to see, but you do have to take off this guard and this cover. I mean, it's not the best design, I think. You wouldn't need this cover probably, but it's for the dust collection, so I think it's better that it is on there. Now we can carry, I think we can carry on dismantling this. I don't think there's much to take off here. This is the underside, there's nothing in here. So I was wondering if there is a way to tension this belt from the motor, and I think you can tension it by sliding the motor. There is some space, some wiggle room for the motor, but we'll see that later. If there's need, we're gonna look at that. Here's the tensioning mechanism for the belt. Before you put it on or take it off, you can pull this lever and it releases the tension on the belt, and when you have the new belt on, you can just pull on this lever and it tensions it. So very simple but effective. Here are the motor specs if you are interested. It's nothing special, it's a little motor. I think it needs a really good cleaning, and after that I think we can find some screws that are missing and the belt. So let's clean this baby up. This is a very handy thing to have. It's a magnetic tray. The magnets are under here and you can stick it down. It holds really well. And the best thing is you can put screws like this, like these small screws up here, and they won't get lost. Let me just organize these screws again so I don't lose them. See, all of these screws, they don't fall off. It's a very handy little tray, and I don't know, it was, I don't know, $8 or something like that. So yeah, a tip. Well, I tried and I can't get this bearing out. At least not without damaging it. It's really hard pressed in this metal case. I do have a couple of new bearings, but this the inner hole is just slightly bigger than this one, so these are useless to me. However, I will re-grease this one. If you thought you can't re-grease sealed bearings, you can. You do have to be a little bit careful so you don't damage the seal. Let's try to open this sealed bearing, and if need be we can put some grease in here. Okay, I'm gonna show you now how to open and grease a sealed bearing. I'm gonna use this thin, stiff piece of metal. You do need to be a bit careful you don't damage the seal, but you can just put the steel inside. Here you go. And we can see there is not much grease in here, so I'll put on new grease. You don't need to put a lot of grease in here. Just so there is something in here. And this seal just pops back in like this. And there you go, how to re-grease a sealed bearing. Easy. Okay, all the parts are cleaned, and I've got the sanding belt and the papers. So we can continue. The first thing I would like to do is put this bearing and that cover back on. So here's the freshly lubed up bearing. This. Now I think I can put the new belt on. I can loosen this. Tension it back. Okay, we're in business. Okay, the screw is back in. Now for the lid. I'm not sure, but I think something is missing here. There are 3 screws here. Probably a cover for this, but hey, what can you do? It was on the scrapyard, so I'm just gonna tighten these so they don't rattle. They're not in the way of anything. Now for the plate. I just realized I forgot to film this plate. I just cleaned it and put some double-sided tape under here. So yeah, you didn't miss much. Perfect. Now for the bottom plate. Next up, this guard. Like so. And this plastic cover. Okay. The cover is back on. I just realized they sent me the wrong sandpaper. I ordered one without the holes. This is for that orbital sander. Oh well, what can you do? For the sake of this demonstration, I'm gonna put it up here, and I'm gonna order new sandpaper without these holes. There's no need for them in here. So let's continue. Well, at least it fits. Now I'm gonna reinstall this stand. There was just a screw missing here. I got another screw. And this last thing, the nut here that is missing, I got a new nut. So here it is, friends. The only thing to do is to hook it up and see if it runs. And now the moment of truth. Success! I have to say it runs quite smoothly. Nothing shaking or rattling too much. I got a piece of wood here, so let's see how it does. So as you can see, it works like a charm, and that we got it for a 6-pack of beer is amazing. I really don't know why somebody would throw away a thing like this. Maybe they just didn't need it anymore or something. But yeah, it was a fun little simple project. I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed filming it. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and comment below if you like it or not. Thank you all for watching, and see you soon.